Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. Today we're going to do a little something different on my channel. I know I say that a couple of times, but this time this is brand new. I've never done this before. I'm going to try to do a wreath for $10, that's US. So in Canada here it's about $12 or $13. All items come from the Dollar Tree. So $10, 10-minute wreath. I'm actually going to have a counter somewhere, one of these corners during the video, and it's going to play real time. I'm not going to edit anything. I'm just going to let it play for you. A little bit of a challenge for me. I was nervous doing it. You might see my hands shaking or whatever. I was totally stressed out and anxious. But I will say this, it was a lot of fun, and I hope you have fun watching it too. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. I'm going to be using a 14-inch wire wreath frame, some 2.5-inch burlap wired ribbon, this little Hello Pumpkin hanger, some florals that are pumpkin themed, and of course my regular crafting utensils to create this project today. I am starting my timer at 10 minutes, so today's video, it is going to be real time. I am now just taking off those stickers, and if you've seen me take off stickers in my past videos, they are my nemesis. I am going to say that right off the bat. For some reason, I always have a problem taking these stickers off, as you can see. If you have tips or tricks, let me know in the comments down below. I had a few issues with them. I was thinking of doing a glue gun or not a glue gun, one of those hot guns, but then I didn't want to melt it or whatever. And off to the side, I'm actually taking all the sticker off my finger because a whole bunch got on my fingers. Then I grabbed this little screwdriver and I'm taking off that little black hook. They have little black screws on there, so I just have this little screwdriver that I love. I've had this screwdriver, I can't tell you how long, in my toolbox, and I reach for these all the time. It's a little set. It works great for all these DIY projects. And now I'm just going to organize everything. I've got my sign on the left, I've got all of my floral picks on the right hand side, and now I'm just going to take off that plastic wrap, and I seem to have trouble with that as well today. This is not starting off all that great. It goes flying around, but you know what? That's all right. We take it with a grain of salt. And for this wreath, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just laying a little bit of hot glue down on the inside of the frame, and then I'm going to wrap the beginnings of that ribbon just right around that hot glue, securing it there. Of course, I put my finger right in the glue and burned it, but hey, you know what? We're going to keep going. And like I said, for this wreath today, I'm not doing any deco mesh. Deco mesh does take a little bit of time to do. There's no way I would be able to do a deco mesh in the 10 minutes. So I thought, you know what, this 2.5-inch burlap ribbon, it's wired, it comes from the Dollar Tree. I love using it. I love working with it. It works really well. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my time right now and just wrap it around because this is all going to be visible. So I want to make sure that it lines up properly, that it's evenly spaced as best I can. But of course, in my head, I keep thinking, I have to do this in 10 minutes. I have to do this in 10 minutes. Hurry up, Dave. Hurry up, Dave. But also in my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to hurry. I want this to look half decent. I don't want it to look junky or whatever. So I am taking my time just wrapping this around. This is a great method for beginner wreath makers who don't want to deal with deco mesh, or wreath makers who aren't too fond of deco mesh because of the fraying sometimes or because of the way it looks. This is a great method, just wrapping around your favorite ribbon for whatever season or occasion. Just wrapping it around that wire frame is a perfect way and a really great, easy way to make a wreath. So once I come right to the end, you see I've got the end of the spool coming up. I just take that off, and I'm just going to finish wrapping around whatever's left, take off that masking tape, and then I'm just going to grab my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue that last little bit right on the back there. Make sure there's enough glue. I'm going to grab my little handy dandy tool and just place that ribbon right into the glue so I don't get it all over my fingers. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess of that ribbon, and then I'm just going to repeat the same process. I'm going to take some glue, add that down where we stopped, and then I'm going to add the new roll on top of there. And again, I'm going to grab that little handy dandy tool. Now this is just a silicone spatula. This was found in the kitchen section at the dollar store. I grabbed one. I saw somebody use it and I can't remember who used it, but I thought, oh my God, that is such a great idea when working with that hot glue. So I love that little silicone spatula. And then I just keep wrapping it around. Nice and easy. I'm taking my time, like I said in the beginning, just to make sure that it's nice, evenly spaced. And how I like to do this, as you can see here, is I wrap it around using my right hand, and then I just kind of guide it over in place, and then I hold it with my left hand, and I just continue wrapping it around. And what I'm really doing is taking about half of that ribbon, overlapping half of it with each wrap, and that way we're going to make sure that we have good coverage. We're not going to see the black wire through that burlap, and it comes off just looking really nice. So here we go, we're just wrapping it around. And again, this is a real-time video, so you can see I have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock, and I haven't even wrapped my wreath. So I don't know about you, but I'm getting kind of stressed out right now. Even just doing the voiceover, I'm kind of getting a little stressed, going, okay, Dave, you need to hurry up here because you only have 10 minutes. I'm right at the end of that roll again, so I'm going to wrap it around one final time, and we're going to grab that glue, and I'm going to make sure that little end piece of glue is all secured. Of course, guess what? I ran out of glue, so here we go. Got to throw in that glue stick. And of course I did it one-handed, so yay me. But here we go. We're laying down that last piece. I'm going to grab that spatula, really press that in there to make sure it's nice and dry and nice and secure as well. And of course we hit that 4-minute remaining mark, and I still haven't done anything except wrap my wreath. So I'm just going through, kind of doing multitasking. I'm holding that ribbon down and going through where I want to place my floral pick, so I get that all sorted out. It's all glued down. It's not quite dry just yet, but I only have 3 minutes and 36 seconds left, so we're going to roll with it. And here we go. We have our base wreath all laid out, and I love how this burlap looks on the wreath. So right now I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want everything to go. I am going to bend those stems just a little bit in a curve to follow the curve of our wreath. Kind of figure out where I want to place it down, and then I'm just going to throw some hot glue down right on those stems to make sure that they are nice and secure on that wreath frame. So I'm just going to press that right into the burlap, give it a couple seconds to dry, and then kind of figure out where I'm going to put my next one. And I do want that coverage there, so I figured out how I wanted it to go, and then I'm just going to add some more hot glue, place that down. And these florals actually do come from the Dollar Tree. Like I said earlier, all the items purchased from the Dollar Tree, and these are in Canada, they're $1.50 each, and I believe in the States it's $1.25. You guys can correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. So it did work out to be just under $10 for everything for this wreath. And of course I'm going around bending those stems in a little curve, and I'm not even noticing the time. I didn't have a timer going when I created this, and I'm just looking at the time with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. I gotta get my butt moving here to create this wreath. I'm moving so slow and I'm stressing myself out right now. But you can see here, these floral picks work great. There's 4 in total that I used. I wanted the majority of this wreath to kind of have that burlap effect, and to place the little pumpkin sign, I'm just going to glue that down, but I wanted it on a little bit of an angle, and there was some twine on there, so I cut that off. And then right at the top, there was this little hanger that I had to use my screwdriver to unscrew that and get that off as well. With only 1 minute and 30 seconds left, I'm going to glue this down and just get that Hello Pumpkin sign on there so I can beat that 10-minute mark. You can kind of see my head. I apologize for that. I was trying to figure out how to glue that on there. It wasn't sticking. It was kind of ticking me off a little bit because the leaves were getting in the way. I should have planned it maybe a little bit better, but you know what? I was happy with it. It did not stick. I ran out of glue, so I had to add more glue with 1 minute remaining. Now I'm stressing out like crazy, and I kind of figured out if I add the glue onto the stems, then that sign will actually stick. So I'm just going to hold it there for a bit, kind of clean up my mess. I'm going to keep those hangers. I might be able to use them later on. That's the beauty part of crafting. You have so much supplies. I keep and hoard everything. 35 seconds left to go, and I'm just kind of fiddling around with it, making sure it looks good. That hello sign is not really sticking all the greatest. I'm a little bit ticked off at it, so I add more glue. And I'm like, oh, I just want you to stick on here because I only have 20 seconds left. So now I'm just holding that in place, and it did seem to work after I added more of that hot glue. Of course, 9 seconds left. It's still drying. I'm still holding it. There's this little piece that's in the way. And of course, we have 1 second left. We are done. I do have a little bit of cleanup to do, but my wreath is done. You can see I'm just chopping off that little bit of the berries, and I'm going to re-glue those on a little other section so it's not in the way of that sign. So I must say to myself, hey Dave, this is not bad for a 10-minute wreath. I think I did it right in time with a little bit of tweaking at the end with another 30 seconds. But here is that final Hello Pumpkin $10 Dollar Tree wreath made in 10 minutes using burlap, floral picks, and a Hello Pumpkin sign from the Dollar Tree. I love these colors. I love that little sign. And here it is on my door. And I get asked all the time how I hang my wreaths. I'm just showing you right here. This is a wreath hanger you can get from any Dollar Tree or Michael's if you want. And then you can hang all of your wreaths on your door. I really hope you enjoyed this $10 10-minute fall wreath. I had a lot of fun making it. And here's some bloopers to make you laugh. Hate it. Don't like it. Yeah. No. Hello, everyone. Nope. Hello, everyone. A wreath for $10. Jeez Louise. Jeepers creepers. Water. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Thank you so much for joining me today for my $10 10-minute fall wreath. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.